Hi, I'm so glad you tuned in for part 2 of what I call Getting from Impossible to Possible. Last time I mentioned that the impossible situation you're facing right now is the perfect opportunity for God to show Himself mighty on your behalf. Do you believe that? So, how do you activate God to move on your behalf? First, always be in alignment with the truth about God. What is that truth? Nothing is impossible with God. Another way of saying it is, all things are possible with God. To align with that truth, you must, number 2, believe it, not just intellectually, but with your whole being. How do you develop this muscle of believing or having faith? Romans 10:17 says, so then faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. The more time you spend reading the Word of God, the stronger your faith becomes. Then number 3, you engage in audacious praying. I love the word audacious. It means extremely bold or daring, recklessly brave, fearless, without restriction to prior ideas. In other words, you are open to God doing something He's never done before. There are so many examples of this kind of praying in the Bible. I love the audacious prayer of a woman named Hannah. For years, Hannah faced an ongoing problem of infertility. She had a loving husband, but they could not produce a child. To make matters worse, her husband had a second wife who could have children. And year after year, the other wife would taunt Hannah and make fun of her because she was barren. Hannah was discouraged, depressed, at times reduced to tears, and would not eat. Can you relate? Someone else's career is taking off and you're experiencing consistent unemployment. You desire marriage, but it always eludes you, and your girlfriends are getting married. So what did Hannah do? Did she just throw up her hands and accept the status quo? Become angry at God? Jealous of the second wife and her children? Cop a bad attitude? No. Hannah went to the temple and prayed. She went to the one person who could alter her situation, God. Are you doing that? I know you're doing things in the natural, but impossible situations call for supernatural intervention. 1 Samuel 1:10 says, Hannah was in deep anguish, crying bitterly as she prayed to the Lord. She was totally transparent with Him and audacious, bold. She made a vow. She said, oh Lord, if you will look upon my sorrow and answer my prayer and give me a son, then I will give him back to you. He will be yours for his entire lifetime. Hannah made prayer a priority. She poured her heart out to the Lord. She persevered until she got an answer. How badly do you want it? The impossible to become a possibility. Are you willing to stay before the face of God until you get His answer? Hannah did, and God answered her prayer. More on getting from impossible to possible next time here on the Good News Anchor. I'm Cheryl Martin.